Today, I want to plant a flag. If you wish to do this as well, please just follow my lead. But I've discovered that what is most important is what is true. And like I shared in previous video, but I'll just briefly reiterate. You have more relative truth, which pertains to your unique expression of what is true for you, whether you like apples, whether you like pears, whether this is a harmonious aligned way for you or whether this is an harmonious aligned way for you. But in terms of what is actually true with a capital T, this is only what you can know for sure. And the only thing that you can know for sure is that you are. It's the only thing you can say, hand on your heart, prove it in court, that you exist. Because any denying of it would still confirm that you are. It's the substratum on which everything rests. And I do not want you to underestimate this truth. Like, all right, big deal, I exist, okay, let's move on. This existence, it is everything. It contains all. So when you recognize that, you in a sense align with the allness, with the wholeness of creation. Which basically means that you are coming from unity, wholeness, completeness. And in that moment where you recognize yourself, even if it's just for a few milliseconds, where you recognize that you are, that you exist, in that brief moment, there is no suffering, there is nothing missing, there's nothing lacking. And the more often you take small moments to recognize this truth with a capital T, the more that it will start to shine through all of the relative experiences. It's like you keep on recognizing the same light. But every time you recognize it, it becomes brighter, it becomes brighter, it becomes brighter, until it just permeates your entire experience. And there's nothing else but this light, but this love. But I also want to take the time today to focus on, hone in on what is your relative truth. Lowercase t, you could say, what is true for you? What is important? What is relevant, aligned in your life right now? What are the next steps that you need to take on your journey? And I also want to make sure that you get a sense of how to recognize what is true in that sense. And the way that I gauge what is true for me on a more relative level is through resonance and through just a knowing. It's not really like a mental knowing, like, oh, I know. No, it's actually like a deeper knowing that's kind of silent and that usually we can't hear because of all of the noise of the mind, which is constantly chattering, constantly muddying the waters, that makes us actually think that we are not sure. But if we quiet that, if we just take a moment, if we just relax and you just affirm, I know. And you just ignore anything else that says that you don't know. And just reaffirm again, I know. I know. And again, not that annoying, I know. No, like the deeper knowing. The knowing, the innate knowing in your being, in your soul. You can feel it like in your bones. And everyone has this knowing. But we might just have polluted the signal. So this is what we're doing right now by just affirming, I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Don't let anything else come in between you and what you actually know. What you actually know right now to be true. Maybe something that you need. Maybe you just need to rest for a couple of days. Or maybe you need to listen more carefully to yourself and not think so small of yourself. There's just an inner knowing inside of you, and this was actually the main intention when I intended to make this video, is to plant a flag, also for myself and for the future of IMX, that there's nothing more important than, in a sense, the absolute truth and your relative truth. Always prioritizing the absolute truth, in my opinion, above the relative truth, but the relative truth within this journey, you also have to honor. Otherwise, the circuitry is not complete. And so I'm planting a flag here that I've noticed that within my experience, if I don't prioritize truth, if I prioritize something else, whether it's wanting to be liked, people pleasing, then I lose my power, then I lose my center. And maybe temporarily I please those people, but it eats away at my soul. It's like, it's like slowly decaying my soul. It's truly not of service. So I've noticed, and this is what I'm planning the flag with, is that if I prioritize just this, no matter how it looks, I prioritize my truth, and I trust that my truth is not just selfish, like, oh, I'm right, this is my truth, and nobody else. No, your truth actually, if you really touch base with it, is open-hearted, it is generous. But it can look like anything. It can look very fierce, powerful, telling people to, whatever, be quiet, or listen, or be very loving. Be very gentle, listen people out, don't interrupt them. But truth doesn't have like a rule book. It's whatever truly harmoniously resonates in this moment. And it has been a challenge for me to prioritize that, because I still notice that I'm afraid of what I might express if I fully, wholly commit to truth, to my own truth. And not sway a single iota, not a single degree of that true north, of that North Star. And for sure, this is practice. We might not be perfect straight away, but it's good to prioritize this. Also, in regards to the future of IMX, where if you ever become a public figure, and this goes for anyone, you'll have a lot of shit thrown at you, whatever that might be, and then you still gotta be able to stay true. To not hesitate, to not fall into catering to those people or what other people want, and just honor what is true for you, because that is the creator, that is your higher self speaking for you. And it's the most generous being. It wants the best for the whole, no matter what that looks like on the surface. So plant that flag with me, if you wish, to prioritize your truth and to practice, to have a golden attitude, that you're always open to learning and to refining, but you also do not doubt what you know in your heart to be true. You give that the light of day, you give that a chance for that to express, for that to actually breathe, so you also can actually feel spacious again and fully breathe, and just let the magic of life, just let it flow through you, instead of corking it up for the sake of pleasing others and being nice and moving in accordance with the programs, what we have learned. It's so boring. You want to be a free spirit. You want to be powerful. You want to live by the rule book of truth, which is free in any moment. It's like a freestyle, to see what is aligned, what is resonant, and to learn to trust that, and to only want that, to only want truth, to want nothing else, to turn everything inside out that is impure, that doesn't align with your truth, so that you can be a bright beacon, a shining star. This is truly how you can be of service to the world, not by keeping yourself and others small, but by seeing how big your heart can get, how much you can love, how much you can expand, how generous you can be, how true, precise you can be in any moment. Let us just take a breath and let this rest, let this sink in. To actually imagine what would happen if I prioritize truth, if I, in a sense, worship my inner being, the truth that has always been with me. And this is something I'm convinced of, that everyone has. As a kid, they just knew that they were X. You just knew that you were ... You just knew you were that. Whether it is, maybe it's a little bit a shame to sometimes put words to it, but just to make it a little bit more clear what I mean. You just knew as a kid inside of your heart, and even as a spirit, you knew your own greatness. You knew, in a sense, you are a superhero. You just knew that. And that knowing is still inside of you, but it's buried under all kinds of ideas, programs, ways we have picked up from society which are not serving us, which are not truly us, which are just protective mechanism. It's not the true you, your X, your unique soul frequency, your unique expression. But somehow, some way, deep down, you know you are X. Whatever that X might be for you, you know this. And you cannot convince me otherwise. Everyone deep down knows who they are. And even if this is buried very deep, it never leaves you. Because it's home. It's always calling you home. And it will never leave you. It's the most reliable, knowing, intuitive guidance that you have. So start to honor that. Start ignoring all else and just listening to your soul. And then in response to that, your old programs will come up. But guess what? From this superhero self, from this true self, you'll be able to embrace it, to transmute it, to deal with it, to just be aware of it and let it fade like snow in front of the sun. So feel free to further plant your flag, to remind yourself in the future, and maybe for me to come back in the future of IOMX when this game is worldwide, and maybe when there's some controversy or anything along these lines, or just I'm being tested in staying true to my own truth. Now I'll come back to this video and I just remember, oh yes, before I can do anything else, I first gotta make sure that I am coming from truth. Because I'm not coming from truth, then I cannot really be of service. Then I'm not really helping. Then I'm not doing what I came here to do. Then I'm not harmonizing the field. I'm actually polluting the field by splitting my vibration, by catering to other people's needs or whatever it is. I don't have a clear grasp on it, but I've just an intuitive glimpse that shit is gonna happen in the future, and it's gonna be more important than ever to apply the wisdom, the knowledge, the love, for just staying true, for prioritizing truth above anything else. Because it's becoming more important than ever in today's world where AI and all kinds of other things are taking over, to actually be able to discern for yourself what is true. Because for every perspective nowadays, there's like a good argument. So like, oh yeah, should I do this or should I do this? Or is this healthy or is that healthy? You gotta learn to listen to your own inner being, to your own truth. Is the only thing that truly has the answer, because in the end, it's the only thing there is. All that you know is that you are, and this awareness is all that there is. And you are a unique expression, a unique X. So honor both of those, the unity, the oneness, the I amness that we all share, that we all are. Just recognize it for a moment, just this underlying unity and oneness. We are all this. No one is separate from this. There's nothing outside of this beingness, of this awareness, outside of existence. By definition, it's impossible to have anything outside of existence, to have non-existence. It's not possible. And because there only is one existence, it's endless, and it should be defined as a unity. And you're an individual agent, an individual expression in this dream landscape, this light show, this grand play, this Leela, I think. I mentioned it in one of my last videos of the Hindu, the grand cosmic play. So learn to recognize who you truly are, know who you truly are, and play that X. Play what you know yourself to be. And play that with conviction, and play that with your brothers and sisters. Find community, find people that you resonate with. Book a one-on-one call with me, totally for free. Just to connect more to why you're truly here, what your purpose is, and how to learn to not doubt who you truly are, how to become fearless, true, through, and through. I love you, my friend. I'm here for you. Drop any questions down in the comments below, and we'll stay in touch. Go in oneness, go in peace, my friend. Stay true.